26, it's the Richmond Generals 18U going up against the Junior Canes here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We'll get started in about 2 minutes. February 28th, 2026. It's the last regular season game for the Richmond Generals of the season after about 55 games. Gents are ready to call it a season, and for many of these players, this is the last time they'll be on ice as a Richmond General. Maybe they'll do Cherry Blossom Festival, which they'll skate in May, so we'll see.
Ben says it's a bad idea, but I just wanted to volunteer. If you need color commentary at all for like a period since it's the last game, I'm just kidding.
Okay. All
Ben
good.
was like, no color commentary.
Very good. Thanks for thinking of it. All right, that's our horn. We'll be picking up the pucks. We'll get started here in about 2 minutes. All right, Gens are breaking the huddle. We're going to get ready to get started. See, February 28, 2026, Richmond Generals 18U going up against the Carolina Junior Canes. Might be senior night as the Canes are lining up. It's the Canes' final home game. All right, that's your graduating seniors from the Junior Canes. We're going to get ready to get going here. Last game of the season for the Generals. 55 games. They're rated at a 86.8 and change. The Junior Canes here are rated about an 83.8, so gives us about a 3-goal advantage. Hope these Generals come out and skate hard. Final time in Generals jerseys for many of them. All right, we're lining up. We got Vic Meyer on the ice. Daniel Kim at the right wing. Burke Jeanette on the left wing. Tapscott and Strode are your two defenders. We're short a defender. Carter Agello is out and unable to play the final game. Jen sent it deep. No icing indicated. We're playing 3 15-minute periods. That one over skated by Kimmer. Tapscott with a shot. Goalie's going to put some glove on that one. That's a whistle. That one was a shot that kind of squeaked through and on the ice. Goalie picked it up at the last minute. That goalie's got an interesting helmet. It's like all black. Really very distinct. Stewart's on the ice to take the face-off. Lugo in defense. Covington to the left. Covington trying to work his way in. Stick getting held. A stick lift there. Covington trying to get it. Shootamore holding it at the blue line. Sends it in deep. Try to get that corner. Stewart taken down. Sends it in. And Krug puts it into the back of the net. Krug on a tear. That is 6 or 7 goals in the last 3 games. He's really gotten us started. Coach Stewart just started asking him to shoot more, pass less, and it has meant more goals for him. That line is really producing. So Generals on the board in the first minute here, 1-0. Repko coming out to take the face-off. Peterson to the right. Heil trying to steal that one. He's at the left wing. Repko trying to force it up, takes it down into the right-hand corner. Comes out. Peterson on it, takes a shot. It's low and on the ice. Not very fast. Shot from the point is Moore. Peter Repko trying to feed it to Heil. Can't get it there. It's on the far wall. Lugo uses the foot to hold it on the wall. Sends it up deep into the corner. Heil giving chase. Lugo battling on the wall. Wins that one. Sends it deep again. Heil's going to go to the right corner. He's going to let Repko go in. Comes back out. Lugo on the deep pinch. Strode coming off the bench. Going to cover the blue line. And that one popped in the air. Lugo chests that one down. Goes back into the corner. Heil denied the puck. Comes over to the near side. Schroeder with a one-timer, and it goes off a face mask. Ricocheted. That's why we wear face masks. It's a quick shot. Repko with a follow-up on the rebound. Schroeder with the original shot. That one sent across as the Canes try to put it deep for the first time in the Generals' end of the ice. Lugo gets a little love tap there. Canes pull it back. Rister shot wide of the net. By the way, we've got Lucas Monroe tending the net for the Generals. That one gets by the Canes and comes up to the near side. Gens are circling. Comes back. Schroeder going to hustle it up across the red line. Canes bringing it to the zone. Nice stick there by Tapscott. Jeanette using the foot to move the puck forward, feeding it to the center, trying to find Bickmeyer. Comes back to Tapscott. He paints it across the blue line. All the way sent around. Lugo on the puck. Tapscott with a good stick. You've got a Canes guy behind the D. There's a 2-on-1 shot. Monroe with the save. That comes up. Bickmeyer trying to work it up the wall. Canes are going to win it. Canes trying to walk it across. Right pad save there by Monroe. A whiff on the shot by the Canes, but it's still on the puck. Comes through the crease. Nice stick there by Bickmeyer. Gets it out of the zone. Long pass by the Canes. Jensen, a line change. It leaves a 2-on-1 shot rebound there. Comes back out. The Canes still on the puck. They put it across the ice. Canes pressuring, winning the battles right now. Gens are up 1-0, and Kimmer is going to send that one off the ice, finds Bickmeyer. Kimmer's going to the bench. Bickmeyer by himself sends that one wide. We're down to 11:22 left in the first period. Generals leading 1-0 with a goal by Krug. Worked off the wall by Krug. Down in the corner. Krug still on the puck. Gets picked by the Canes. Jen still working it on the wall. Shot wide in the net. Goes back out to Lugo. He's way off the blue line. He's under the goal line now as D. Still on the puck. Covington covering the blue line, sneaking in and calling for it. Leaving 1D on the blue line, and Covington drifts back. Trying to work it around. That one's going to come all the way out. Comes to Covington. Covington's going to shovel it back to Krug on the right. Krug goes down to his knee. Comes out. And Canes want to clear, and they're going to take the icing so they get new legs on the ice. Gens will take the chance to get a new 5 out there. 10:21 left in the first period. Gens lead 1-0. Repko coming out to take the face-off. Peterson will be to his right. Heil to the left. Tapscott and Strode, your two defensemen. Goes in deep. Peterson sends it around the wall. Heil centering pass. No, I'm sorry. That was fed to Heil. Heil with the goal in the upper right-hand corner. Nice pass. It came from Repko out of the corner. Heil right in front, buries it in the upper right-hand corner. Heil takes them up 2-0. 10:14 left in the first period. Jack Hiles going off to Virginia Tech next year. Hopes to play hockey for them. We'll see. Tapscott with the puck back behind the cage. Sends it up the wall. Good one-timer on Heil at the breakout point. Trying to feed it to Peterson. Back to Heil. Takes it across the blue line. Still on it. He chips it back behind the cage. In front. Peterson in the corner. He's got Heil in the exact same spot. The puck goes behind the net this time. Deflected back there. Comes back out. Canes are just trying to chip it deep. Peterson sends it across to Strode. Strode feeds that up to Repko. It's a long shift for these guys. That gets past Strode. We got Lugo coming on the ice. He's going to win that one. Sends it across. Woo! Little backhander there by the Canes. No goal. Lucas Monroe with the save. That was a long shift. We got Jeanette on the ice as Heil went off. And now we get Repko and Peterson going to the bench. 9:20 left in the first period. Generals up 2-0. Bickmeyer wins that faceoff, sends the puck up. Jeanette on the chase. Cleared by Moore. Kane's got it back behind the net. Kimmer with a swipe at it. Kane's in control. Takes it around the back, out to the point. From the blue line. Wide of the net. Centering pass. That hit metal. That was a good deflection. Another pass, that went off the back of the cage. Jen's trying to clear here. And that comes back out to Jeanette. He's going to get it out of the zone. Canes are going to send it in. Delayed offsides. Bickmeyer on the rush. He's taken down. No arms in the air, and the Canes send it deep. Tapscott's going to collect it back behind the goal line. Sends it up to Jeanette on the near side of the blue line. Plays it around one. Comes back to Moore. He's going to find Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer's working to his forehand. Takes it. Shoots it. Ooh, I think he shot it wide. I think he had 5-hole there. That one goes back around the goal. Picked up by Jeanette on the far side. Sends it over to Tapscott. He's calling for it. He's trying to walk it in. The shot is deflected up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle as we have 2 clicks under 8 minutes to go in the first period. Generals lead 2-0. We send out the Stewart, Krug, and Covington line. Comes back to Krug. He gets a hard wrister. Stick save there by the goalie. Puts it into the corner. We're going to try to get it out to the near side. Canes running it through the neutral zone. Jen's picking up the extra attacker coming in through the slot. Trying to send it over to Covington. The defenseman falls. Covington's free. Got the spot. Left pad save there by the goalie. Saves it on the breakaway from the Gens. Stroder gets picked. See if the Canes are going to capitalize on some momentum on that big save on the breakaway. Stewart gets a stick on that one. Luckily, he chips it wide of the net. Stroder here kind of feeds it to Covington. He gets picked by the Canes. Krug is on the puck now. Feeds it back to Strode. Comes back to Covington. Deflected into the netting by Krug, and we get a whistle. 7:10 left to go in the first period. Gens lead 2-0. Repko takes the face-off. He's got Heil to the left and Peterson to the right. Repko and Peterson are 16-year-olds. They'll be playing next year for the Generals. That comes back to Moore. Moore sends it up to the near side. Judah Moore is into Virginia Tech and waiting on UVA and Duke, looking for an engineering program next year. Puck is loose. Lugo gets a little bump in the back. Comes out to the point for the Canes. Canes with a shot and a wrister. Nobody in front, and Monroe is able to squeeze that one for the whistle. A little extra whistle. Repko taking the face off. Lugo on the ice as well. Whoop, then another quick shot. He's a junior this year. He'll come back to the Gens. He's playing another year. So this is a line of juniors and sophomores. Except for Jack. Jack's the senior here, and Judah Moore. Sending that up. Comes back out under Repko's stick. Comes back. Lugo on the pinch. Fighting hard to get back. Wins that one. Good battle. Repko taking this one up the right-hand side. Gonna hustle it around the D. Wraps it around the cage. Looking for somebody. Sends it out to Lugo. Wrister is deflected and blocked. Moore on the deep pinch, trying to get back to the puck. Scooped forward. Comes back out to Lugo on the blue line. He's going to walk it up, finds a wrister, sends it glove side high. And a good save there by the Canes goalie. 6 minutes to play in the first period. Generals lead 2-0. So now Bickmeyer, Kim, and Jeanette. They're 3 seniors. Jeanette's going to go on and play junior hockey up in Pennsylvania. That comes back to Jeanette. Got Tapscott and Strode as your 2 defensemen. They're aging out of the program. Strode's looking to enlist in the Navy. See how that works out. Jeanette, little body play there. Pushes the puck back. Puck comes back to Tapscott, over to Strode on the near side. Strode with a little backhand chip gets past Kim. Fed up to the Canes. Are going to get a little shot that goes to the crease wide and goes into the corner. We're going to get Kimmer's going to put a guy into the boards. Let me get a good look at that. All the parents kind of groaned a little bit, so we'll see what the call is. Block in the back he's going to call, so it's going to be a 2 and 10. So Daniel Kim will get him back. Probably about 8 minutes to go in the second period. So what happens, we're going to put Krug in the box, serve out the 2 minutes. And then after Krug comes out, Kimmer's got another 10. Now we get a face-off there. Bickmeyer wins it back. Jen's got a penalty kill going on here. They're up 2-0, so got to fight this one off. Canes walk that one in, pull it into the corner. Sends it across. Canes pull it back to neutral ice. They're having scoreboard difficulty, so I don't know how much time is left in the penalty kill. Puck goes down to the corner, sticks down by Bickmeyer. Canes feed it up. Lugo gets beat, they're shorthanded. Send it across. Good save there by Monroe. Takes that one up high, can't settle it. But Jen's able to clear the zone. It's a good stick there by Jeanette, knocks that one out of the air, comes back to Jeanette. He's just gonna send that one deep. Make them chase. About a minute left in the penalty kill. Short-handed, Bickmeyer sends that across to Covington. Covington's got Lugo on the far side. He sends it just wide, and Lugo's got to chase that one down deep. Comes back out to Moore. Moore walks it forward, sends it to Covington. Covington down to Lugo. He takes that off the back of the cage. Stewart with a point-blank shot, can't get it over the goalie's pad. General's pressuring here, short-handed, and here come the Canes. They're going to clear it out of the zone. A little bit wide. Covington hustling back, pick it up. About 15 seconds left on the penalty kill. Stewart chasing. Canes with a dangerous centering pass. Stewart's close. Stewart still holding it in the zone. Krug is out of the box for the Kim penalty. Ooh, picked off there by Repko coming off the bench. He leaves that for Krug. It's under the goalie's leg. That's in. Gens are celebrating. The ref has not indicated it's in the net. It went under the goalie just took it out of the goal. The refs were totally out of position to make that call. There they go. They just indicated it's a goal. Thank you, refs. All right, so as the penalty expires, Gens score on that. It was back and forth between Repko and Krug. I think Repko gets that, or Gens still not celebrating too much, but up 3-0. So they kill off the 2-minute penalty scoring just as it expires. We've got 3 minutes even left in the first period. Gens up now 3-0. Kimmer still serving his time. All right. The refs are looking like they're having a casual day. Not a very physical game so far, except for the one Daniel Kim hit into the boards. That comes back to Schroeder. Last game of the season, we don't see anybody getting hurt on either team. Chipped up to Stewart. He's got Covington to the right. Fed to Covington. Covington leaves it for Krug. Just out of reach for Strode, and he's going to hustle back and pick this one up. Over to Tapscott. Doesn't get much on it. Does enough to get it to Crew. Back to Covington. Covington down the left side. Stewart to the wall. Tapscott chips it forward. Off the wall. Carolina come down hard. Left pad save. Rebound cleared by Heil. Puts it hard into the wall. That comes back to Strode. Strode behind Heil finds Covington. Covington leaves it for Heil. Covington goes to the bench. Heil's got 2 defenders to beat. Tries to cut the D and goes under the leg. Still on the puck. Tries a backhanded pass, and Carolina's going to be able to clear. Moore has to turn on the Jets and hustle back. Sends it around the boards. Heil's going to try to meet it. Feed it off. He sends it hard. Peterson's on the chase. Trying to body up the defender. Wins it. Feeds it. Try to Repko. Repko. Oops, sorry. My camera's everywhere right now. Lugo gives it up, and the Canes skated out of the zone. Sorry about that. I was a little watching the game. Shot wide of the net by Carolina. Sends it around. 1:20 left in the first period. Gens up 3-0. Lugo sends us over to Moore on the near side. Picked. It's a one-on-one. Canes looking for help. Pulls it back. Cleared by Moore. Comes back again. Peterson trying to clear it. Repko gives it up, and Canes got to clear the zone. Gives Generals a chance here. Sends it over to Moore. Moore's going to find it. Peterson, I thought, got a tip on it, but no icing, so he must have touched it. We're under a minute to play in the first period. Gens lead 3-0. Jeanette holds that one just short of the blue line, trying to get it back on the forehand. Canes push it into the corner. Comes over. Canes are going to clear it. 30 seconds to play in the first period. Long distance pass for the Canes to the red line. Good play there by Stroder as Tapscott got beat. Sent across the ice. Jeanette trying to move it forward. Loses it in his feet. Canes going the other direction. 9 seconds. Shot's going to be wide of the net. Comes all the way around. Canes send it back in. 2 seconds. There we go. Woo! Couldn't get that buzzer soon enough. All right, so at the end of one, Gens are leading 3-0 here. In Raleigh, North Carolina, we've got the Richmond Generals 18U in their final game of the season going up against the Junior Canes. If the arena looks familiar, it's because we were here 2 weeks ago. Gens are talking about getting a team together to play for the Cherry Blossoms. That's going to be mid-May, so there's a good chance we're going to try to put some people together to play up there, and it's played out of Laurel, Maryland, just north of Washington, D.C. A lot of these kids play lacrosse in the spring season, so that's usually the end of the lacrosse season. So it starts making it hard to kind of stay sharp on the ice and get a weekend to go play hockey. All right, we're getting ready. We're going to go the other direction for the second period. We're playing 3:15s. Peterson's on the ice. Lugo's to his right. Repko to the left, so we're switching up centers here. Jeanette and Bickmeyer, your two defensemen. And probably see everybody shifting around to different roles, giving everybody a chance to score here. Jeanette driving deep, takes it into the corner. Peterson swipes it just past the cage. Carolina sends it up the boards. Jeanette telling Bickmeyer to come back and pick it up. So Jeanette and Bickmeyer having a moment before the game. Oh, we got a guy going through the door. That's dangerous. You got to make sure those doors are shut. A little bit of a shift here, so we're going to send out Stewart, Heil, and Tapscott as I think they're going to be your forwards. Stewart sends the puck forward. Bouncing in the air. Jack loves it when I say that. The player was playing it off the stick. Good stick play there by Monroe. Heil sends it up. Woo! It's a high stick. They can't play it. Touches it up. Get a whistle. So we'll get a face-off in the zone. No, defense will touch it up because otherwise generals have to be able to pick up the puck first. So it's better to touch it up and get a face-off. Stewart taking the face-off. Hiles to the right. Tapscott to the left. Jeanette and Strode, your two defensemen. That comes back. Tapscott's got it. Plays it forward. Loses it in the slot. Jeanette gonna take it up into the corner. Heil covers the blue line. Jeanette still on it. Sends it across to Strode. A wrister and deflected up and over the cage. Heil goes into the corner. Chips it around behind the net. Tapscott. Stewart back to Tapscott. Feeds it to Heil. Heil with a shot. And puts it in for a double up for a Heil. Takes it 4-0. So Heil's got 2 in his final game as a general. Great feed there from Tapscott with the assist. Heil putting it in the corner. Gen's up 4-0 now. 13-34. We'll get Kimmer back in about 6 minutes or so. Stroder going over to pick it up, sends it across to Bickmeyer. Sends it up to Krug, who loses it. Comes back. Moore keeps it in play. Covington on the puck, feeds it forward. Moore takes it back behind the cage, feeds it to Krug, and Krug with a shot. Goalie with a good save. Comes back out to the point. Bickmeyer with a shot deflected by Moore, goes wide of the goal. Goes into the corner. Covington on it. Over to Krug. These guys are passing great. Great save, and it's in the net. Covington on the board. Jen's moving the puck well around the perimeter. Goalie fending off many shots. Doing a good job, but the rebounds are all there. The goalie's got to get it in the glove and settle that. Jens will keep firing off, so we got 13:02, so 2 quick goals. Judah Moore taking the off here. He's usually our defenseman, getting our ceremonial face-off here. Krug and Covington. Love it that Judah's getting a chance. Be a forward and a center nonetheless. Send that one across to Covington. Covington with a shot comes back to Krug. Circling around, leaves that one for Stroder. He's going to walk it in over to Covington, and he misses on that. He's going to want that one back. That was the number 2 for sure. That one goes into the corner for Krug. And Covington took his eyes off the puck. Krug plays that one from his knees. A little knee hockey. Sends that one over to Covington. Covington circles. General sends a one-timer there. Bouncing puck from Krug as he goes to the bench. Covington going to send this one back to Moore. He's covering the blue line. Flicks it over off of a skate. Rolls all the way forward. Just out of reach for Covington. I don't think he expected it. Lugo was sending it around. That comes off. Bickmeyer. Got to win that one. 2-on-1. Oh, and Jeanette lays out on the ice, gets the block. Carolina has a chance. There was a good save in there by Monroe. This is Covington working his way through and tries with a backhanded chip just wide of the net. Comes back out in front. Peterson skates over it. Carolina's going to skate it out of the zone. So little stick play there, foot play there by Jeanette. Comes up to Peterson. He's across the blue line. Comes across. And they're going to send that one deep. That should be icing. And that's our whistle. 11:28, just under 11:30 left in the second period. Jen's now up 5-0. These guys are working hard, but enjoying it, it seems. It's kind of more like a casual house game. Not a lot of physicality. Last home game for the Carolina. They know coming into this with the My Hockey ratings that this would be a tough game for them. Jen's almost an 87 team playing up against about an 84 team. Gens have a Mexican taco bar to go back to at the hotel afterwards with another little celebration for the seniors. Carolina sending that over. Lugo picking that one up. Bad pass. They try to feed it over. Rep comes back. Repko off his skate, trying to hold it at the blue line. That goes still on the ice. I thought it went into the bench. Up to Peterson in the corner. Back to Lugo. He chips it back to Peterson. Carolina's going to come away with it. Take it off the glass. Comes back to Jeanette. Peterson on the puck. Make sure that we're clear of the zone. Feeds it forward. Carolina doing a good job winning that one, but trying to find a guy deep and can't get it past Stroder at the red line. He sends that deep. A good hustle there by Jeanette. Showing some speed around the ref. Stroder trying to hold it to the blue line. Battle going on there. He turns. Repko trying to fight it forward. Carolina clears. That could be icing. And it is. 10:17 left in the second period. Jen's leading 5-0. 2 by Heil, 1 by Krug, 1 by Covington, 1 by Repko. Stewart out to take the face-off. Comes back to Stroder. Feeds it up to Stewart in the corner. Not a lot on the pass. Stewart's going to try it again. He's in the corner, trying to feed it across to Heil off of his skate. Heil looking for the hat trick. I don't have a hat to throw on the ice. Plus, there's a big net in front of me. And they chip it over. They must have clipped the net as they passed it forward. Face off to the left to the Canes goalie. Stewart taking the face-off, wins it back to Heil, who feeds it back to Jeanette. Stewart back to Jeanette. Jeanette going to walk this in, around one. Trying to find Heil. Heil going to turn and feed it to Stewart. He sends it in. It's on goal. Heil's got the shot and a great save. Denying Heil the hat trick in the first half of the game. Heil point blank and tried to send it hard under the pads. Goalie got it down on the ice. That one's going to come out of the zone. Bickmeyer's going to pick it up. We're spending a lot of time in this end of the ice. Bickmeyer turns it over. Defensive zone turnover. The Carolina sends that wide. Heil going to take it off the wall. Heil hammered hard in the wall. Puck rolling on edge. Goalie comes out to play it. Sends it up the wall. Stewart holding it at the blue line. He's got Heil on the far side. Blocker saved there by the goalie. Comes back out to Tapscott. Comes back to Heil. He passes it backwards through his legs. Still trying to feed it forwards. Puck's going to come loose. Looks like we've got one defender right now. It's Bickmeyer. The 5-0 lead. These guys are just trying to apply the pressure and pad some stats before the end of the season. Carolina getting around, getting their way to Monroe. Monroe with a good save there. Goes down in the corner. Feeds it up to slow rider. Goalie comes out way out of the net. Tapscott was chasing, was going to get there. Carolina player hits the net, no trip. Carolina threatening here. Good pass down in the corner. Jens with a good defensive move coming up under Bickmeyer's legs. Covington's going to scoop it up. Looking for it. Going to go around the corner. Denies it. Doesn't do the short side. Leaves it back for Krug. Carolina able to get a stick on that. Moore's in the corner. Moore still on the puck. Sticked away by Carolina, and they're going to send it hard around the boards. Held in by Strode. He beats the forward, sends it in, deflected wide by Carolina into the corner. Up to Covington, finds Krug. I would have liked him to shoot that. Covington walking it in through traffic. Little slow pass, and that one, off the back of the cage. We saw the net move. Parents were cheering. That was Krug putting it off the back of the net. Krug looking to double up. And Carolina's going to send it down. We got 7:30 left in the second period. Centering pass. Gets all the way through. Held in the zone by Carolina. Canes are down in the corner. Stick to the side by Moore. Comes over to Krug. Jen sent it forward. Carolina trying to fight it here. They're going to hustle up. Send it out wide to the winger. Centering pass. Wide of the net. Moore going wide. Little stick play behind the puck there. Carolina keeping it at the blue line. Gens need a clear here. Monroe sends that to the wall. Gens need a cover here so they can get a 5 change and to get Kimmer back too. Centering pass! Picked up. Wow. Moore takes a hit up high. He's going to go to the bench. Late hit on Moore. And no call from the refs. Looks like he's just shaking it off. So 6:18 left in the second period. We got Kimmer back. He joins the bench. Peterson takes that face off. Puck is loose. Going to be left for Repko. He's got one to beat. Goes to his forehand. He goes. And they're going to call probably a hooking penalty. It's my guess. Yep. I was going to say. Repko was going to put a move on and lost the puck. I'm going to say he was picked up. So Gens will go on a power play here. It's their first power play of the game. They're up 5-0 here. A motley crew to kickstart my heart. Carolina goalie takes that one with a stick wide of the net. They play it down in the corner. Repko giving chase. Peterson comes over to help, comes out to Jeanette. Jeanette over to Lugo. He's got a wrist. Goalie's got the post covered. Repko circling. Comes out to Schroeder. Schroeder walking it in, sends it to Lugo. Lugo has Peterson in front. Can't find it. Kane sent it down the ice to Monroe. He's going to leave that one for Jeanette. He feeds it up to Lugo. Lugo across the blue line sends it to Strode, back to Lugo. Around the back of the net. Comes back to Jeanette. He feeds it to Repko. He's looking for the shot. Glove save there from the corner. That one had eyes in the corner. Repko still looking here, sends it to Jeanette. Jeanette walking in, wrister. That one sails high above the net. Comes back out. It's out of the zone. That'll be offsides. They're going to leave it for Carolina. And they are going to just be able to send that one to kill the penalty. 45 seconds left. They're going to get a line change there. Would have been better for, I guess they would have gotten a line change anyways. Jeanette goes around the Gens. Carolina able to clear. Nobody's going back for it. It's going to make its way to Monroe. He's going to feed it over to Tapscott. He's got Stewart here on the red line on the near side. We switched goalies. Gosh darn it. Thank you. Cam Gaddis is now in goal as the goalies shift out halfway through. Both of those guys in their last game with Gens. Lucas Monroe scoring a shutout for the first half. We'll be happy about that. He's delivered several of those this season for us. Lucas is taking a year off before he decides what to do. Kimmer's holding onto a stick. No call there. That was a stick hold. It's like above his head. I don't know how the refs missed it. Kane's turning around. Down in the corner. Kane's still on the puck. Comes out front. Gaddis chips it up. Tapscott sends it across. Heil trying to get to it. Chips it forward. Tapscott puts the speed on. Sends it over to Kimmer. Kimmer walks it with a wrister. Rebound is there. Blocker saved by the goalie. It's a right catch goalie, so we got two right catch goalies right now. Kane's going to send it up just past Jeanette. He's going to force Gaddis to come out and play it. Gaddis has given us a few heart attacks this season when he plays the puck. Comes back up to Covington. Covington, Jeanette. Jeanette just misses that one as it slides under the stick. Krug is on the puck, takes it into the corner, stick to the wall by the Canes. Jen send it around. Bickmeyer back behind the goal. Comes back out. Covington. Lugo with a wrister from the distance. Easy save for the goalie, who puts it back into the corner. Lugo with a foot save, sends it across. Tries to paint the blue line, and it skirts across, so Jeanette's got to pull it back. Sends it over to Kimmer. He's done with his vacation, and the Canes send the puck down into the corner. 2:28 left in the second half. Jen's leading 5-0. We had a flurry of goals, and it's kind of settled since then in the second half here of the second period. Canes pressuring, trying to do the toe drag around back behind the net. Kimmer tries to send it deep to Krug. It gets deflected. Good stick there by Gaddis to keep the puck from cutting through the crease. Hard pass there by Krug, comes off of somebody, and he picks up his little bounce there. Trying to cut through the D. Loud. Oh my gosh, a beautiful back pass there by Krug. And Covington takes a shot with a great save by the goalie. Deflection there by Krug as he goes to the bench. Centering pass there for Bickmeyer. And he got a stick lift from behind, and so he's unable to kind of get the shot. Canes are coming back the other direction. That was beautiful from handoff between Krug and Covington. Covington just he's got one, but that one gets past Peterson. He's hustling to try to stave off the icing call, and we got the whistle. 1:17 left in the second period. Jen's leading 5-0. Peterson taking the face-off. Kane's in the corner. It's at Peterson's feet. He's able to Kane's kind of lost it behind them. Peterson sends that over to Lugo. Lugo takes it to the face-off circle, sends it through the crease. Goalie gets a little stick on it and gets it forward enough that clears the zone. Jens sent it deep. Jens have to clear the zone in the delayed penalty. Kane's going to send it. Chipped off of a stick. Jeanette going back to pick it up. We're under a minute to play here in the second period. Sends it over to Jeanette, sends it up to Peterson. Back to Repko. 30 seconds to play in the second period. Fed up to Lugo. Lugo's going to play it on the foot. Feeds it up to Peterson. Good pass from behind. Peterson settling that puck quickly. Right in front of the goal. Canes force it into the wall. 8 seconds on the clock. Jeanette with a tough hit there. Middle ice behind the play. Puts a guy on the ice hard. I think we all heard it. Ugh, would not want that to be my hip bone. Oof. All right, so at the end of two, Jen's leading 5-0. 2 goals by Heil. 1 by Krug, Covington, and Repko. All the action's been in the Generals' offensive zone. The Canes offered up a game tomorrow, but the only ice time available was 7 a.m. Coach Stewart's maybe, according to Tim Moore, Coach Stewart's 50-50 at a game before 9 a.m. I put him at less than 90% if the game's at 7 a.m. So not going to skate tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're all going to sleep in and then do the drive back to Richmond. My daughter Carolyn giving a little help on the bench, getting some water. That's for me, Mom, Pop, and Aunt Julie, and anybody else watching up in Connecticut, New York. Maybe Aunt Kristen's and watching from Virginia, or Grandma. Appreciate all you joining us. I know that we've got Missy Moore dialing in from Josh's game. And a bunch of other moms and dads dialing in for the game. All right, the third period. This is it. One more period for these Gens before we call it a season. You know, it's been awesome to broadcast for you. This is my last game. I will miss it. Kimmer, Stewart, and Strode, your three forwards. Stewart on the puck. Quick shot up high on the goalie, follow up by Strode. And the goalie gets the cover. Is it? Puck comes back to Heil on D, sends that one in deep, and it's loose, and Strode, with another good attempt there, misses the goal wide. And Kristen giving us the confirmation that she is watching. She's been one of our steadfast supporters of the Generals all season long. Aunt Julie's been fantastic. I know that Pear's got family out in Wisconsin. Hildy watches all the time. So quick shot there, and Canes are on the board, taking out the water bottle. So the Canes get one with a 5-1 game. I'm kind of glad about that. On a senior night, last home game, you don't want to lose with a shutout. That was a nice shot. Up high, hits the water bottle. 5-1, 14-20 left to play. So yes, we do love all the family and all the support from everybody. We love our coaches, Coach Stewart and Coach Johan. Coach Stewart, Bobby's his youngest, so he's probably done with coaching Generals hockey. That one's out of the zone. That was offsides. No call. It's out of the zone now. Coach Peterson probably coming back for another season, looking to kind of coach a team. I'll have to sort out how that's going to work. Now it comes over to Judah Moore on the near side, I think it's his first shift, and they put him in hard in the boards. Jeanette meeting the puck back behind the goal. Puts a little physicality into that. Comes back out to the Canes on the boards. Held in by Judah. Sends it in off of a shin guard. Goes down in the corner. Centering pass by Bickmeyer. Can't see who's in the corner. Centering pass to Jeanette. Puts it straight away into a defenseman. Comes back out to Krug. He's playing D. He played D before he came to the Gens, when he was down playing in the Whalers. Picked up there by, good stick there, is put deep by Carolina. Comes down and center on the boards by Covington. Comes to Heil. He's got to play it hard. Off of a skate, comes to the near side. I think Heil and Covington are your two defensemen. Comes back out. Stick in front and cleared by Heil. Comes out of the zone. Carolina trying to pick it up. Comes to the near side. Sent in on goal. Gaddis sets that up. Cam Gaddis, another one of your seniors. I love the hand wave trying to... I'm surprised that's not interference or something, but you're trying to distract the attacker. Comes off. That one sent hard, and that's going to be icing if it makes the line. Waved off by the referee. Heil's going to put that over to Covington. Up the wall to Lugo. Picked up at the red line and sent across. Tapscott there. Sends that to Repko. He can't settle it on the tape. Still fighting for it. Turned over on the neutral zone. Covington chips it forward. 11:45 left in our season. Chipped forward to Tapscott. Carolina walking this forward. Heil swatting at it. It goes wide of the net. Covington bodies that one down to the ice. Skating it through neutral zone. He's got Repko to the right. Covington to the left. Oh! Repko almost stole that one, and that puck's going to come all the way back. Icing waved off again. These refs trying to wind this one up with a 5-1 game. That one comes up to Strode. He's across the blue line. Repko goes to the right. That shot wide of the net. Repko almost had the rebound back off the wall. Comes back out. Strode sends it back up into the corner. They feed Strode. One-timer, and Stroder finds the corner, and he gets on the board. Nice shot up in the corner. Gens make it 6-1. Just under 11 minutes to play in the third period. Woo! Stewart comes out to take the face off. Strode to the right, Kimmer to the left. Puck's bouncing, comes back to Stewart. See if he can get on the board in his final game. That one across to Kim. Can't get the deflection. Goes to Stroder in the corner. Moore and Crew, your two defensemen. Moore holds that one in. Sends it deep to Kim. Kim sends it. Centering pass picked up by Carolina. Comes back to the point. Krug cleaned up by Strode, and he sends it forward. Woo! Stroder keeps this in play. Sends it up over the net. Hard off the back wall. Stroder looking for the 2 goals in one shift. Stroder all over the Canes player. Wins it. Stroder gives it back. Canes chip it forward. Krug going to come back and pick it up. Up to Kimmer. Kimmer across Moore. Checks over his shoulder. Sends it deep. We're under 10 minutes to play. Send around. Jeanette going to try to pin it at the wall. Peterson coming in for the assist. Comes back out. Peterson trying to chip it forward. Goes into the other corner. Bickmeyer down against the glass. That one gets past Moore. No icing on this one as it rolls all the way through. Krug is going to pick it up. Gives the guy a little shoulder. He's probably got 8 inches on the other player. Krug's one of the tallest on the team. Bickmeyer trying to work his way around. Comes back to the Canes. They send it up. Picked up by Covington. He feeds it forward off the wall. Doesn't get the bounce he wants and just past Peterson. Bickmeyer with the outstretched arm. Covington pinned against the wall. They send it forward. 9 minutes to play in the third period. Comes out to Bickmeyer. He takes a shot, takes it off the cage. So we'll get flat. Covington on the blue line. Walks it forward. Comes back to Peterson. He loses it. Canes are able to clear. Across the red line. Centering pass. Gets past everybody to the far side. Canes still on it. Picked up by Heil. He's going to chip it up high with the 9-iron. Finds the blue line. Sends Bickmeyer hard. He gets it before the red line. No icing. Oh, wow. And Jeanette puts a guy into the wall. And It may be it. Maybe it for Jeanette. So Jeanette's going to get at least a roughing. 2 minutes here. We'll see. The ref's like, oh, that's all you're going to get is the roughing. What a generous ref. So Jeanette's in the box for 2 minutes. Don't want to finish out your Jen's hockey career with a 2-10. Although that's apropos for some kids. All right, 8:13 left in the third period. Generals are leading 6-1. Rep go out to take the face-off. Jeanette serves his roughing penalty. Lugo's out there. Isles on defense with Covington. Canes win the face-off, pull it back. Comes to Heil, he can send it deep, and it's on goal. Doesn't matter. Force the goalie to play it. I think if you're the coaches, you'd rather that in the corner and make them kind of work it a little bit, but Jen's able to pressure a little bit. Lugo chipping that one forward. Repko chasing hard. That across the Canes at the red line. Chipped forward. Heil's going to send that deep. I thought he was going to put it in the bench. That one goes around to the back of the cage. The goalie comes out to settle the puck. Lugo going to try to hold it at the blue line. Canes send it across. Heil and Covington in a prevent defense. That one comes to Repko. Short-handed. He's got 2 to beat. Around 1. Unfettered access. The backhander goes over the cage. Onto the glass and around. 1 minute left in the Jeanette penalty. Jen sent it around the boards. All the way across to the far side. Canes threatening. Oh, they pull it out of the zone. The D was just slow to come forward. So Canes got to clear it. Taking time off the clock. 40 seconds left in the penalty kill. That went off of, I think it went off of Heil's helmet. Goes up into the netting. They caught him in the ear. Looks like he just shakes it all. That's why we wear helmets. Our parents quiet as it's a 6-1 lead. Just cheering on the kids. Sorry. Wrister goes up high and into the netting. Deflection off of, I think, Strode's stick. Get a face off to the left to Gaddis. "17 seconds left in the penalty kill. That comes back out to Krug. Gets a stick lifted as the Canes take it into the boards. Looking for the centering pass. Still on the puck. Canes circling around. Brings it over to the point. Going to be getting Jeanette out of the box. Oh! Kimmer came across the wall. They feed it to Stewart. Stewart's got some ice. Oh, and he puts it over the net. Oh, he's going to hate himself for that one. He is shaking his head. Stewart looking for a goal. Cap off his career as a general. He's been playing hockey for like 13 years with the Gens. Waiting to hear back from his lineup of schools. 6:02 left in the third period. Comes back to Moore. He chips it forward to Jeanette. Oop, Jeanette kind of blocked. And high off the glass. Canes, ooh, good defensive play there by Krug. Krug sidesteps a big hit. Canes still on the puck. Still working hard. Peterson trying to get around, get it out of the zone. Comes back to Krug, and he's got to play that one. A quick shot to Gaddis. Blind pass there by Bickmeyer, held in by the Canes. Moore sends that around the board. Stick lift there by Jeanette. Trying to get on this one. Get it clear of the zone. Scott Bickmeyer here to his right. See if Bickmeyer walks it in, passes it across. Rebound is there. Jeanette on the puck. Generals are in the crease. Trying to get some space away from the goalie. They pass it across to Krug. Krug on the blue line. Puck comes up to neutral ice. Krug walks it back into the Generals' end of the ice, leaves that one for Moore. Feeds it up the wall to Covington. Covington's got Bickmeyer down the right. He sends it all the way to Covington, and he just misses the net wide. That one across the crease. Goalie somehow ended on their back. Getting set back up. That one, Covington getting back to that one. Up to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer goes to a shooting hand. Gets in tight. Blocker saved by the goalie. Puts it into the corner. We got 4:30 left in the third period. Gens leading 6-1, and that one's going to go the distance. That should be icing. Repko out to take his face-off. Comes back to Strode. Heil with a big one-time clapper. That goes wide of the net. Going to be hard for him to work that hat trick from the blue line. Quick shot there by Lugo. I saw the water bottle move. Somehow that doesn't go in. Lugo with a point-blank shot. Goalie's got the pads on the ice. Lugo circles. Centering pass through the crease. Nice play there by Covington. With a little backhander there, shuffles it back up to Lugo. They're going to call icing on this. Oh, flurry of activity there by the Gens. 3:52. We're talking last shifts now for Gens. Repko taking the face off. Lugo to the right. Covington to the left. Heil and Stroder, your two defensemen. Comes back to Carolina. Carolina to the far side. Heil trying to get back. Centering shot. Broken up by Stroder. Repko feeds it up to Covington. He sends it across. Lugo's going to have to go hard or it's going to be icing. That'll be icing. 3:30 left to play in the third period. Generals leading 6-1. Excited that the Gens are going to finish out with a bunch of wins here at the end of the season. Sometimes I want these be a little bit closer. It's a little more exciting. I'm sorry? I don't know. It wasn't Lugo. He was chasing the puck. Little shot there by Tapscott over the back of the net. Kimmer sends it. Oh, Kimmer with the two posts. Bangs it out of the corner. It doesn't go in. Hiles had two of those in the previous two games. Double post shots. Generally takes off the crossbar and hits a sidebar. Heil sends that one up to the near side, up to Stewart. Stewart sends it across the Tapscott. Back to Heil. He chips it up the boards. Got to keep it low or he's going to put it in the bench. Stewart can't handle it and keep it in the zone. He sends it back to Heil. He sends it up the boards. 2:30 now. That one comes to Stewart. Stewart walking it in. Thought about going to the far side of Tapscott, and it's deflected up into the netting. We're going to get a face-off. 2:26 left in our season. Gaddis working to stay alert on our left. Never know when you're going to be called into action. It's got to be tough for those goalies. You have these periods of boredom where you're standing there watching the puck on the other end of the ice, and then all of a sudden, you got to move fast. All right, that one's settled by Jeanette. Across the blue line, up the right side. Toe drag around the defenseman. Sends it in! Bickmeyer trying to get the feed, and a good save there by the Carolina goalie. Krug walks it off the blue line, sends it in, deflected off of Jeanette. 2 minutes to play. Centering pass, Bickmeyer crashed in the net. Oh, that one comes all the way through. Here comes Carolina. Moore giving chase. Gonna pick up the puck and just send it around the boards. Comes back to Peterson. Peterson with the stick lift from behind, but somehow stays on the puck. Walking it forward. Face-off circle. Centering pass comes to Bickmeyer. Comes back to Peterson. Peterson trying to create some space. Comes back to Krug at the blue line. Krug has time. 1:15 left in the game. That one chipped across. Stick save there by the goalie to push it in the corner. And Jeanette is somehow got hit behind the play. Jeanette's had knee problems. I'm not sure if this is continuation of knee problems. You don't want to see somebody get hurt. And 1:08 left in the third period. Doesn't look like a knee thing. So we'll see. I don't know. No, he's shaking knees. These kids take a beating. It's tough to have bad knees at 55, let alone having bad knees at 17. All right, we got 1:08 with the face-off. 1:08 left in the third period. Generals lead 6-1. Face-off outside of the zone. Repko taking the face-off. He's out there with Lugo and Covington. Lugo walking that forward over to Covington. Covington with a wrister. Easy stick save there by the goalie. Picked up by Repko. Comes back out to Covington and picked up by, well, Repko wants to hold it in the forward zone. Jen's doing everything they can to get one more. A slap there by Schroeder. Sends it over to Covington. Heil on prevent defense, just hanging back. That one comes back to Repko with a backhander, goes off the cage. 30 seconds to play. Heil tries to stick that one down and will retreat. Carolina still on it. Shot goes wide of the net. 19 seconds. Centering pass, stick down by Carolina, comes all the way across. Carolina's going to hold it at the blue line. Shot, Clapper, and it scoots through. 9 seconds on the clock. Kane's getting another one on the board to make it 6-2. I think the Gens were thinking about the taco bar. But they're doing a great job pressuring here. Trying to get one more for the seniors. 9 seconds on the clock. Stewart will take the face off. Carolina pushing hard. Sends it out of the zone. That'll be offsides. Refs kind of faking blowing the whistle. And that is our final horn. Oh! Carolina throwing some punches there after the final whistle. We were talking about what happens if you get ejected from your final game of the season. I think if you play another game, you got to sit out the first game of the next season. All right. Get some handshakes here and settle things down. All right. That's the end of our game, and that's the end of our season. It's been my pleasure to bring these games to you. Maybe we'll be, if we're online for Cherry Blossoms, we will certainly let everybody know. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting Richmond Generals hockey. For the last time, we're done. Thank you.